Hi guys, Alex Fortey here, Artisan Book Golf with our good friend Alistair Davies. Now, we know that golf can do our heads in at times. You might have done really well on the range, you might have played great, a couple of days before, last week, but sometimes, no matter how hard we try, we can have a shocking day on the golf course. And we know after 1-2 holes, it's just not there. It's like I've lost my swing, you're not feeling comfortable. What do we do? Apart from try to not get so frustrated, because we know perfection is literally unattainable with golf. Yeah. We just try and keep improving and limit the damage sometimes, and that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah, definitely. The best players in the world know how to play or how to score when they're playing bat. And what I want to give you today is a couple of ideas that you can look at and develop your own ideas that can get you to, when you're not playing on your A game, what you can do to get the ball around, manage yourself really on the golf course.
Okay, cool.
So for example, what I would do personally when I'm not playing great, if I'm talking about iron shots, I would go to what I call a knockdown shot. And that'd be my almost guaranteed way of controlling the ball flight and controlling contact. So if I'm trying to do like a perfect golf swing and not quite hitting it great, or hitting it too much hook or too much cut, if I go to the little knockdown shot, I'm always getting a guaranteed kind of contact and distance nearly always. So the key for me is knowing when you'd go to that, and it might be a case of 2 or 3 holes. If 2 or 3 holes are trying to play my normal ways and working, I will switch into that plan B mode. Okay. And try and make sure I'm managing myself around the golf course to make sure I can still get success.
So what would your go-to knockdown shot entail?
Okay. So it entail, if I'll step here and show you what it would entail. So I've got a 7-9 here. So with a 7-9, I'd move the ball further back in my stance, so it'd go just right of center. I'd place a little bit more weight in my lead foot, about 60%. And then from there, it'd have a slightly shortened backswing because I've got more weight in my lead foot. And then I'd have a slightly shortened fall through because I'm hitting more down on the golf ball. So it's more of a punch shot. I'll just show you one. So the ball's back in the stance. I'm going to play more punchy looking swing. I pretty much can guarantee the ball will go fairly straight all the time when I do that. I lose distance for sure. So I might have to take an extra club or two, but I guarantee him where the ball's going.
Yeah.
And I could play permanently like that, but I would just be a bit too short. I wouldn't be competitive enough for me.
Yeah,
but
I mean, golf is about pushing the boundaries of ourselves as well. That's why it's so addictive and so fun to be challenging. But that was a perfectly good strike, and you can rely on that. Yeah. And that's the idea. And it might not necessarily mean that you had to do that all day until you just started feeling a bit looser and a bit more, because a lot of times it's just confidence. But if you're hitting it out the middle of the face, then you can start ramping it up a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
I would probably do it again for about 3 to 4 other iron shots. Once I've got good contact going, might try then a full one again. If the full one was then unsuccessful, I'd go back to it. Yeah. And I'd get the ball around and I'd get the ball in the hole for the lowest score I possibly can. And off the tee, for example, I'd go to hitting a big fade. So I'd go to being predictable, and I'd also have that clear objective every shot. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I've got a clear objective for every shot, and I'm committing to that, rather than trying to stand there and play perfect straight shot, and the ball's going right, then left, and right, then left, and I'm thinking, oh, what the hell's going on? Yeah. Just try a different swing thought.
Just fairway finder, sort of open up the stance a little bit slower, and just sort of guide it through with a fade. Yeah.
Be very deliberate of what you're trying to do with the golf ball. That's key for me, psychologically wise. Yeah. Be deliberate. Always know what you're trying the ball to do. Not stand there thinking, well, I don't know if this is going right, left, or center, but I'm going to hit it anyway. Yeah. That's kind of the worst thing you can do.
It happens to the best of us. But okay, so that's perfect. Have a go-to shot and practice that, knockdown punch shot, and hopefully you have a bit more confidence on the golf course, even when you say the wheels come off. All right, thanks, Alistair.